What up, gamers? Fancier here, and today I want to give my first impressions of the new Halo TV show that premiered on Paramount Plus a few weeks ago. And whenever I do these first impressions, I'm only going to be talking about the first three episodes, as I feel like that's good enough to give a first impression. Now, I do want to let you guys know that I am going to be uh, reviewing this as a non Halo fan. The reason why I did those air quotes is because I did play Halo in the past. Halo 4 was my first Halo game, but that was like years ago, man. It kind of felt like a decade, maybe in a way. I only remember some characters, some vehicles and weapons. Master Chief, the Warthog, Cortana, maybe. Yeah, I've only remembered those stuff. I don't even remember the story at all. So yeah, I don't remember what happened in that game. And that was really the only Halo game that I played, so I don't really consider myself as a Halo fan or someone who plays Halo a lot. Uh, but from what I do remember though, I did enjoy my time when I played Halo 4. So with that experience in mind, I do apologize if I do make some mistakes with the Halo lore and story and the characters. Because I'm very much a noob in the Halo universe here. But yeah, I thought the show itself was interesting enough for me to talk about it, and so yeah, let's talk about it. So what made me want to watch the show was the reveal trailer for this series, cause yeah, when I first saw the reveal trailer, I thought it looked really good from a visual standpoint, like from the way the Spartans look, the planets, all the sci-fi stuff. I thought that looked really high budget, like some movie budget stuff right there. But this is a series, man, and that's really impressive, I would say, for to see like the visuals be like this. But the only concern I had was I guess all the human elements to the show. When I saw those it looked like a village, and there were some people in there with their normal non-sci-fi looking trucks and the weapons that they use. Like all the non-sci-fi stuff, it was my concern because whenever I look at Halo, I do expect to see some sci-fi soldiers fight some aliens. And yeah, I mean, in the first episode we did get that, but yeah, it was also a mix of those some present day technology which looked at really, I don't know, it just felt really uncanny because I'm just not used to seeing those type of stuff. And what I mean by that is I do remember like some things like weapons and vehicles or the equipment they use in Halo when I played it. Like I said before, the Warthog, um, and then you also got like the DMR or the battle rifle. What else you got? You got the assault rifle. The thing is, they look so futuristic, or even the what is it called, like the Magnum pistol? Yeah, stuff like that. I'm used to seeing it be so futuristic and sci-fi, and then you have these villagers here who look like they just came from the past using like their AK-47s and their, I don't know, their Chevrolet trucks. Yeah, it just looks so off to me. Maybe it's because I just don't know much about the universe, so maybe there is a logical reason why they have those old world technology. But yeah, from my standpoint, like from my point of view, it does feel very off-putting just because it clashes with the theme or like the setting of the whole sci-fi universe. But going into the story, fortunately, all that non-sci-fi stuff does go away in like the first half of the first episode. And yeah, by the way, I should have said this like way earlier, but yeah, spoilers up ahead because I'm about to reveal some major spoiler stuff for the first episode, and also for all the first three. Yeah, pretty much the first three. So you've been warned. But yeah, the reason why all that non-sci-fi stuff goes away pretty quick in the first half of the first episode is because the aliens came in and decided to screw those old world technology and kill all the humans and their home. But yeah, the Spartans though, like the good guys, Master Chief and his team came in to try to save the day, except they did not save the day, only save maybe one person's day. And that is the lone survivor named Quan Ha. And then after that, we do get back to the sci-fi stuff with the unknown artifact that Master Chief finds in a cave, to going back to the, I guess the UNSC base, like their home planet, and you see all these, futuristic cities and all that stuff. But yeah, we do get back to that, and I guess I can, yeah, like for this video, the way I want to review this, and also like all my other first impressions and reviews, is that I just want to talk about what I like and what I don't like. And just like with the Book of Boba Fett's review, I feel like I can just knock out the stuff that I like first pretty fast compared to the stuff that I dislike. So the stuff that I like is pretty much anything related to Master Chief and the UNSC, because there's also like a lot of conflict within the UNSC, and you also have Master Chief trying to study this artifact in which he goes back to Halsey, I think that's her name, Dr. Halsey, um, to have her help, Master Chief study it on its purpose. And you see all these flashbacks with Master Chief. Yeah, I definitely like everything with the Master Chief and the UNSC. Um, but I would say, Master Chief is definitely the main, like the main one that I like, because it definitely you know since we know him the most from the video games, I feel like that's what really drives the story forward. Like him and anything with Dr. Halsey, whenever they interact together, I feel like yeah, that's how the story moves on. And then you got some other stuff too with the like there's this father and daughter. That one woman, she decided to have that one daughter girl to study the artifact behind her back, and so I wonder how that's gonna play out. And there's been some other interesting conflicts too, where the daughter did not like how they were forced to execute Quan Ha, because she didn't want to cooperate with them. And yeah, that led to Master Chief trying to protect her and uh disobey orders. So yeah, stuff like that I like. um but then let's get to the stuff that I dislike about the story. And I guess the main thing I would say is definitely Master Chief just losing his armor. So by the end of episode 1, Master Chief has taken off his helmet, which was a big surprise. I did not like, because that felt very much like a big no-no. It felt really sacred or taboo or whatever. But then in episode 2, we see him without his armor, which just feels really weird to see Master Chief in full human form. And then, yeah, that was really not enough though, because in episode 3, we saw more of his human side of things, like his full-on human body. He just went all out nude. We got to see the Master's cheeks, and I don't know, what are they trying to do with the character? I mean, I know what they're doing. They're trying to show more of the human side. The thing is with Master Chief is that he feels more like an icon or a legend, and I feel like we don't really need to show the human side of him to really like his character. And I feel like the reason why they're doing this is because since he's the main character and that we'll be seeing him a lot, they probably want the audience to feel for him, as a human, to show, human expressions, to be more relatable in that sense. But I don't think that really works out for a character like Master Chief, because, like I said, he's an icon. We know him by his armor and his actions, and also his personality too. I mean, from what I remember back in, when I played Halo 4, is that for the most part he felt really calm and collected. Yeah, I don't remember much of the human side of things, and I feel like that's the way it should be, because he just feels like a legend for others to witness, to recount his deeds and actions and like what he's done. And I feel like Quan Ha would be the person to actually do that, because yeah, with Quan Ha, she is the human character of the story. She comes from a planet where she uses our current day weapons like the AK-47, and also with the vehicles with the truck. I thought Quan Ha is the the human character, like human enough for us to follow and to relate to, and to just follow the journey of Master Chief and just recall his his epicness in a way. But yeah, at some point it doesn't look like that's gonna happen because yeah, they decided to go under separate ways, at least for Master Chief. He decided to leave her with his friend Soren on a asteroid planet, I think. But yeah, he decided to leave her there as he tries to figure out what the heck is going on with this artifact stuff. And because of that, and this does lead into my other issue with the show, is that Kwan Ha now just feels really irrelevant. Like I said, I thought that Kwan Ha would be like yeah, what do they call it? Like the surrogate to, for the new audience to, enter the world. We start out with the old world technology, and then we see the aliens and the Spartans drop in with their new sci-fi stuff. Yeah, I thought Kwan Ha would be, who we relate to watch Master Chief, do his heroics. But no, since they separated, Kwan Ha just feels really irrelevant. That's the biggest part for me right now that I have an issue with that character. Because, yeah, she just wants to go back to that one planet, her home planet. What is it called? I think it's called Madrigal. Yeah, I think it's Madrigal. Yeah, she just wants to go back there to I think to get revenge on this other human guy that I guess sold out the planet to the UNSC, if I'm remembering that correctly. But yeah, with that plot, I just don't think it's like important enough to be related to the main show. Because yeah, like I said, what I like about this show is the stuff with Master Chief, with Dr. Halsey, and the UNSC. I just feel like the stuff with Kwan Ha that's leading there, I just don't think that's something that I want to follow. And I don't know if I'm right, if that's leading to like another story that doesn't really affect the plots with Master Chief. I mean, I feel like that could have been cut out, but I guess we'll wait and see. And then my last issue that I want to talk about, because this video is going a bit long now, is with the human girl on the alien side. What is that alien side called again? The Covenant. I think it's called the Covenant. Yeah, like there's a human girl on the Covenant side of things. Um and yeah, I guess my issue with her is that I don't know, I just feel like since apparently she's the chosen one and that's why they have her there, but then apparently Master Chief is also like a chosen one and they are needed to activate the weapon of like the artifact that they're that Master Chief has right now. And I don't know, I'm not really sure how it works out if this is a thing in the lore, but yeah, if there's a Master Chief or not Master Chief, if there's a chosen one, I feel like maybe she could have been cut out in the story, and that way we can focus more on Master Chief. Like instead, maybe the Covenant will be going after Master Chief to maybe force him to activate the weapon to be used on the Covenant side. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It just feels really extra. It also feels out of place because yeah, a human on the Covenant side, the alien side. But yeah, I'm not sure where they're going with that. Maybe they do need two people or something, or maybe just one. If it's just one, why not just have Master Chief and just capture him? So that it just relates more to the main plot, the main characters. But yeah, I would say that's a smaller thing though. I think Kwan Ha definitely I don't like more than with her. But yeah, that's really all I want to say. I don't want to make this video too long. Maybe there's more, but even with all those negative stuff said, I'm still gonna watch a show. I want to see how this plays out because, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I would like to be wrong, but man, I mean, these aren't just like to me with the stuff with the Master Chief stuff and removing his armor, like, and my voice just cracked. Yeah, I just feel like it's not a good sign in a way for like the way things are going. But you know what? I think things might go up from here because from what it looks like at the very end of episode 3, it looks like there might be a journey now, there might be an adventure. with Dr. Halsey and Master Chief, and also with Cortana too, in which, oh, you know what? I'll add one more negative, and that is, why is she not blue? I know that Cortana is blue in the games. Why is she not blue in here? Especially since apparently she looks to be like CGI. Like she's not even. I'm not sure if they're actually using the real actress there, but if they're not using it, if they're using CG, why not just also paint her blue? I don't know why she has to look like a human, but yeah, that's just another thing. I would say that's on a smaller thing for me because I think it still works out. But yeah, just makes me wonder why. Why is she not blue? But yeah, that's all I want to say. I'm gonna stop here before I think of more negative stuff. But yeah, I'll still watch the show. I don't think it's a thing that I'll stop watching for with all these negative stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I were to maybe offer some suggestions, I feel like they could have condensed the first three episodes down to like what might lead into more of an adventure type thing with maybe episode 4 and onwards, because it looks like they're going back to Master Chief's home planet, and I don't know, maybe that'll lead into another thing, to more adventures. Yeah, I just feel like, if you ever want to adapt, a first person shooter, like Call of Duty or Battlefield, and with Halo or Gears of War, I think they should have focused more on like a war story, like a military story, like Saving Private Ryan, or I guess what's another one, like Black Hawk Down, stuff like that. I just feel like they could have told the story that way, and focus less on the I guess the human UNSC, side of things, or whatever is going on with Quan Ha. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe that doesn't work out in TV. I just think that'll be better in that way. So yeah, guys. I would definitely like to know what you guys also think about this show, because I am telling it from a non-fan point of view. If you guys have played Halo before, are a big fan of it, I would like to know if you guys liked it and enjoyed it, and if it's maybe faithful. I know that apparently with this show, it takes place in the Silver timeline, which I'm guessing is like another universe. Yeah, that does things differently than whatever happens in the game. But yeah, I'm really curious to know what you guys think, if you are, big fans of Halo, and to see just how maybe faithful, or if there's any changes, like is it good changes or bad changes? Cause yeah, like I said, like when I saw the reveal trailer, I thought it looked really impressive with the visuals. There were some concerns, but the show looked very promising to me. But I would definitely like to know from a fan's point of view, because I know what it might feel like if things feel different or change, where it doesn't feel like the franchise. I actually have an issue like that with the book of Boba Fett, where it just doesn't feel like Star Wars or Boba Fett. So yeah, I'm just really curious to know what you guys feel, the hardcore Halo fans. So yeah, definitely maybe I might also do a full season 1 review in the future. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think this show at least has my attention, and I'll keep on watching to just see how it all plays out. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. That's game.